Incredible!
Well, hello everybody.
Wow!
Oh my god, that was so
Incredible!
loud. That was the loudest noise I've ever heard in my entire life. Thank you, Margot, for gifting the sub to RookieBlunders, who will be joining me on the stream shortly. Let me pull up the music here for the stream. I hope everybody's doing very, very well tonight. Enjoying a little bit of Mambo number 5 to kick things off. Of course, I played that in honor of Gamey Katie because she was just complaining about how she hates that song, but I think that song is quite spectacular, as does a number of you, or as do a number of you in the chat, it seems. Welcome into Degaboo, Maybe Margot, Trenton462, Thermal Pollution. We got Captain Nemo here early, but not actually first. It was Thermal Pollution that was first today. Trenton, thank you for the subscription, by the way. Gigantic Pingu was also first. Congratulations to him. Familiar Territory, welcome in. RookieBlunders, of course, joining me shortly, as I said earlier. Ian in Space, welcome in. T-Set is here. No standard T-Set sponsors, so going with Villager. I like to see it. Let's see, we got Margot, we got Behind the 8 Ball here. We got User Fifu. User Fifu is here. You don't like it either, but you came around to the 8-bit version? Well, it's kind of funny. I generally play, I play covers from a channel called 8-Bit Universe, but he doesn't have, or they, I guess it's a group of people, they don't have one for Mambo number 5, so I had to play some random one that was maybe a little bit more simple than a lot of the 8-bit covers that I play on stream, but, you know, it was charming in its own way. Trenton was early, and everyone saw it, and they've been saying that he was actually first. A lot of people. Okay, I actually believe that. Oh, but T-Set saw you scream late. Well, okay, that's true. I saw that as well. You have to blame RookieBlunders for that. We were chatting a little bit before stream, and it ran about a minute too long, but happy to do it. Let's see. The secret is beans. What? Oh, Bush's Baked Beans secret. Well, I believe RookieBlunders will actually be revealing that. Actually, speaking of which, let me unmute and pull in RookieBlunders. Hello, RookieBlunders. How you doing?
Howdy, howdy. I'm doing great. How are you doing, fella?
I am doing quite good today, actually, and I'm happy to have you on. Obviously, last time we weren't able to actually get you on the cast, but you're here. You're finally back. Happy to have you.
Free from the shackles of overtime work.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is the real way to earn money, though. You don't need a job. You can just win SmashTourney every week. I mean, you won $30 just the other day.
I'm rolling in it. It's like Scrooge McDuck in here. Yeah. I'm surrounded by coins. It hurts when I dive in, but my soul is rich, and that's what counts.
Exactly. Look, you have a whole fan club in the chat right now. Ian cheering for you, Margot cheering for you, Captain Nemo. Everybody just loves their rookie blunders. And who can blame them?
Who do I have to talk to get myself in the game, to get on the roster? I'm feeling ready. I'm punch drunk. I'm not drunk.
I think you probably have to talk to Sakurai. Maybe he'll put you in Smash 6. I think there's a chance. I think there's a good chance that Rookie Blunders will be one of the fighters in the roster for Smash 6. Probably going to replace somebody. Maybe Toon Link.
Familiar territory says Rookie Blunders ruined my life, and I think that might be because I have gone on the record and sided with you that Isabel is essentially an Echo fighter, despite his protestations.
I mean, it is kind of true, though. It's essentially an Echo fighter, a villager. But what kind of fighter would Marb be? What kind of fighter would you be?
I don't even know how to start with that. I think
anime sword fighters.
I think heavy and slow.
Okay. Heavy, slow. Yeah. What weapon are you using? What attack style? Are we talking magic? We talking swords? We talking blasters?
Well,
fists?
I mean, fists certainly. Fists and wings, as everyone knows. I'm a 6 foot tall crow in real life, and yeah, I'd have a ranged attack where I shoot little feathers out. My recovery move would be great. I'd have a lot of vertical distance because, you know, bird and all. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, probably get some sort of like sponsor type attack. You know, I'm always here to earn. I'm always on my grind. So maybe Bush's Baked Beans or Milwaukee Proud Miller Lite would like to have some sort of hand in the ultimate. You know, like I put someone in a giant vat of baked beans and stir them around.
I like where this is going. Bodes well for the rest of the stream. Ian, just so you know, you can change your sponsor at any time. And Quirky Panda, welcome in. First time chatter. You already got the hang of it, sponsoring right away. Let me explain the rules for anybody that's new or wants a refresher. So this is SmashTourney. Totally standard rules tonight. So all you got to do is before the stream starts, type in ! sponsor followed by the number of the fighter of your choice. You can change it as many times as you want up until the sponsors lock. When we get started with the actual tournament. Every match that your sponsor wins will net you 3 points. There's 15 matches total. The most that your sponsor could win is 4 if they win the whole tournament. So 12 points available for sponsors. And in addition to sponsor points, before each match, we'll have a prediction phase. Making a prediction gets you 1 point and an entry into the raffle at the end. Getting a correct prediction gets you an additional point. Like I said, 15 matches, that's 30 points from predictions. 12 from sponsors. The sponsor can really make or break it for you in the long run. You don't have to have the right sponsor to win the whole thing, but it certainly helps. And tonight, we have a pretty decent spread in terms of fighters. We've got only Pokemon Trainer, who is one of the most successful fighters, by the way. Pokemon Trainer with no sponsors.
Toon Link is also missing backers.
Yeah, and
I believe as someone called him Toon Twink earlier. Sort of a jab to his masculinity? I don't know. Like, it's an odd one.
Not really sure, but Young Link is not good. Young Link. Let me check. If you guys are ever interested in the stats, you can do ! Website in the chat. It'll bring you to the to my site. You can go to the stats page, look up where all the fighters kind of rank. If I am correct, Young Link is one of 2 fighters left through almost 40 prize smashes that has no wins. Never has won a single matchup, ever. Toon Link is one of 2. The other is Ken. Could tonight be Toon Link's night? Joker has not been ultimately very good. Joker is 20% all-time match win rate, so maybe this is Young Link's best ever chance to win a match. Who knows? But I see I see Trenton switched over to Pokemon Trainer, so now it's Simon that's going to be sponsorless on the left side of the bracket. But keep in mind, too, last week we had a spectacular Little Mac run. Ended up winning the whole thing. One of the biggest underdog wins we've had in a long, long time. I don't know who that would be in this roster. Maybe Joker, maybe... Well, actually, Toon Link, or Young Link, I'm sorry. Young Link would probably be the ultimate underdog run there. But Banjo, I feel like, is another one who doesn't do very well. So we'll see. And you'll be interested to know, by the way, in terms of... This is kind of a message for Ian, who's talking about how Ganondorf maybe has a better chance. Ganondorf has, all-time, 2 match wins out of 11 matches, so that's one of the worst.
Ooh.
That's one of the worst performing fighters. He's actually 5th worst of everybody, and he has... the only fighter that's truly worse than him is Rosalina and Luma, other than the 2 that are winless. But Zed Factor Gaming, welcome in. I almost choked saying that, but Zed, welcome in. Happy to have you here.
Ganondorf is a pretty strong fighter, though, isn't he? That's kind of unexpected that he has such a poor record.
I agree. It is kind of surprising. Cloud actually, I think, is a more successful fighter. So honestly, I feel like this bracket has potential for a lot of upsets. Some new blood maybe as well. Maybe we'll get another first-time winner, like Little Mac was last week.
It'd be very exciting.
All right, but with that, you know, we're at 13 minutes now, so giving you guys a little bit of extra time. If anybody is feeling like you want to change, now would be the time to do so. I'll give you guys a couple extra seconds in case you have any last-second concerns. It's only Cloud and Young Link without sponsors tonight. But it looks like everybody's feeling pretty good in their choices, so let me switch back over to my application, close up these sponsorships, and start this tournament. Prince Anime, you just missed it. I'm so sorry. But
you can still win it.
You can absolutely still win. You missed it by like half a second. This is so sad.
Get the console commands out. We gotta vindicate them.
I wish I could.
I don't think that's possible.
I can't. If I hadn't clicked start tournament, I could have reopened sponsorships, but I already did. So I apologize to Prince Anime, but welcome in. You obviously don't actually have to have the winning sponsor in order to win it all. I mean, you can get 30 points total with just, you know, making predictions. So speaking of which, for anybody new or people wanting a reminder, now's the prediction phase. You got a minute to decide who's going to win this matchup. Is it going to be Mr. Game & Watch? Do you think so? Predict 1 in chat. Think it's going to be Daisy. Predict 2 in chat. Getting this correct will get you 1 point. Making the prediction at all will also be a point. And of course, like I said earlier, making a prediction at all does get you an entry into the consolation prize raffle at the end of the night. You got to be here in order to win it, but for every prediction you make, that's 1 entry. You can win $5 as a little runner-up prize. Otherwise, the prize we're playing for tonight is $10 as per usual. Gift card, Venmo, however you want the $10, you can just reach out to me on Discord and I will supply it to you. But
this is really the only form of gambling that I condone. In this day and age of moral corruption, you know, I can't hear a single piece of media without sports betting advertisements, but SmashTourney, that's wholesome competition.
This is a sweepstakes, thank you very much. There's no gambling. It is free to enter. You never have to pay any money whatsoever. Subs don't get any benefits besides the incredibly awesome emotes that I offer on this channel, like the Grape Ape. Which, by the way...
How could I recuse myself. Or sorry, I didn't mean to slander the channel.
No, I was just going to say, now you have the nice emotes too, all because of Margot's nice gift sub to you. So, and of course, Trenton with the new sub today also gets to have access to the emotes and the incredibly awesome default LOL and hype emotes that came with my channel that I never took off. All right. With that being said, let's close up these predictions. Hopefully everybody's in that wants to be. We've got 16 people playing tonight. That is pretty good odds for any given person. 16 fighters, 16 players. Let's see who's got it between Game & Watch and Daisy. Now, Daisy, much less successful fighter overall compared to Game & Watch. Game & Watch has won SmashTourney in the past. Has a very attack-focused move set. Daisy, of course, very defensive final smash. But
I think she's got the spirit, though.
She might.
I don't know if you've heard the voice lines from Daisy in you know the Party series or any of the Mario sports games, but she's a real screamer.
I mean, so far she's holding her own, has about a 2 times percentage advantage over Game & Watch, but Game & Watch has the Pokeball. Snivy comes out, as we're also getting a minigame. Daisy actually takes a lot of damage to the WarioWare minigame. Now they're slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, we're playing smart. We're not. No one is rushing to the finish here. Lots of shielding.
Mm-hmm.
But if Daisy takes one more hit, that could be a KO. But she's evening the playing field.
Could be. She actually missed that hit on Game & Watch, but man, oh, the counter with the Toad, and that's enough for the KO. So Daisy goes up early. The Mimikyu comes out, but not going to actually do anything to Game & Watch because he's already lost his stock. So 100%, unless he gets to 100%, which I kind of doubt. Could happen, though.
Out.
That's true. We do stage morph. Game & Watch may be looking to get Daisy. Here's Bomberman on a tiny stage, too. This could be really good for him, although Bomberman actually jumping off the stage. Oh, Daisy's got to be careful. Ooh. That was a very close one, but she manages to hold on. It has 111%, so she's in triple digits. Is that enough? It is. So we are tied up at 1 stock apiece. Both of them about to get their final smash as well. All right, a nice counter from Daisy once again. Game & Watch maybe has his final smash now. This could carry Daisy off the stage if he plays it right. Although Daisy also gets her final smash just now, but she manages to jump out of the octopus. So, not a problem. She puts Game & Watch to sleep. Will she eat all the daisies? Or is this going to buy time for Game & Watch? No, she does. She actually eats all of them. Usually we don't see these CPUs play very well on Daisy. Actually, perfectly executes the final smash, does not let Game & Watch recover, and takes care of business. She's going to be going on to the quarterfinals.
I really thought that was a blunder, her knocking him out of stun with anything less than fully charged smash attack, but she had a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how far she'll go, but taking out a strong competitor like Mr. Game & Watch early, can't complain about that one. And of course, great news for maybe Margot, the only Daisy sponsor of the night. She's so slay. Yes, she is. And we have 8 people currently perfect for predictions. Going 15 for 15 will get you a $10 bonus prize on top of, you know, if whether or not you win. I mean, imagine if you go 15 for 15, you probably win the whole tournament, but I'll give you $10 if you go 15 for 15. But don't forget, too, that if you start off poorly and you end up going, you know, 0 for whatever early on, you can go for the anti-gold prize, 0 for 15 predictions, and you win $10 that way as well. So only 8 people currently vying for the top prize, though. But anybody can still win. It's anybody's game. It's very early on in this tournament. On we go to matchup number 2. We've got Yoshi for predict 3 for Yoshi, predict 4 for Villager.
How do you feel
Evolution can go 0 for 15. How do I feel about this matchup? I personally hate Yoshi in Smash. I love Yoshi outside of Smash. Villager is an interesting one. I feel like Villager is a very successful fighter in SmashTourney. Makes it usually at least the semifinals. I feel like the gyroid spam that Villager does probably gives Villager a bit of a leg up over Yoshi in this particular matchup, but, you know, Yoshi is not a stranger to range. He's got his egg toss and a pretty decent recovery. Now,
I don't know. I'm relatively inexperienced in terms of Smash Ultimate power levels, but would you say that Villager is a high-risk, high-reward type character?
You know, I would honestly say Villager is probably actually... I don't know, like, in terms of competitive play, but I would say Villager is kind of low risk. Villager has an incredible recovery and a lot of ranged potential damage, so maybe not as much upfront, like close and personal damage, so maybe Villager goes down to some heavyweight characters, but at the same time, I don't really know what Yoshi brings to the table, so I feel like this one's Villager's to lose, although chat's pretty split on it. 44 to 56. Let's see who's right. Predictions are closed. On we go.
Now, something else I'd like clarified that I'm not sure about the rules of SmashTourney. Is stage morph always between 2 to 3 stages, or does it just so happen to usually go back to the first stage started out on?
It stage morphs between, at least in this rule set. I don't know if it's different anywhere else, but stage morph happens quote unquote randomly, and it switches between 2 stages.
Okay.
Generally, it'll stage morph when somebody loses their first stock, and then it'll stage morph when somebody loses their second stock, but that's kind of how it works. But so far,
Great insights.
we're
Not a lot of hits.
I mean, yeah, pretty even Pyukumuku in play. Of course, this is a tiny stage. Bit risky because the blast zone is really close. Although Yoshi's taking so much damage just from these little prison guards on this Game & Watch device. But so is Villager.
It's a tough stage to play on. It's the foreground-background distinction is not strong. I'd say for human players, this is definitely a pitfall, but I think the CPU would know better.
You would think. Dr. Kawashima comes out on behalf of Villager, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But Yoshi hanging in there. They're both at triple digits, and somehow neither of them actually going out, which is kind of surprising. Though Villager perfectly times that and gets a KO as we are going to stage morph away. Yoshi very close. Well, we go from a small stage to a very large stage.
Classic, really.
One of the classic stages, absolutely. Villager at 150%. Yoshi just needs one good smash attack to get Villager out of this, and actually gets Zero, who is, of course, one of the longer-lasting assist trophies and does a lot of damage.
And that wasn't enough to take her off stage.
Not quite, although Villager actually has Final Smash now. And if Zero gets the KO here, which he does, Villager's going to lose that Final Smash, maybe buying a bit of time for Yoshi, who's getting his Final Smash in just a moment.
It really hurts to see it.
Although they're both
Villager
low enough,
was evading quite well.
Yeah, I mean, low enough at this point that I'm not too sure if the Final Smash is going to be able to get a KO. We're going to get a Yoshi Stampede if he chooses to use it, which he does, and he does land it. So it is well played, although 51% not quite enough to take out Villager, who's going to get their Final Smash shortly. But a Sheriff for Yoshi. This is a really heavy-hitting assist trophy.
Could be it. This could be curtains.
It could be if she gets hit by one stray bullet, but honestly, the height advantage working out in her favor at the moment.
So we can only shoot horizontally and up, correct?
It's in 8 directions, I believe. Can also shoot diagonally, but not like in a targeted way. Shovel Knight comes out as well. Villager has Final Smash available, though has not done much damage to Yoshi, but does land the Final Smash. Is this enough? It might be. Ooh. Oh, Yoshi is still in it! He survives!
It's neck and neck, folks. Doesn't get closer than this.
Man, maybe like... Oh, it might go to sudden death! Yoshi held on thanks to the really far blast zone on the stage. Humongous stage with the blast zone closing in quickly and sudden death here. Gyroids going after Yoshi, who's not quite out yet. And he actually, I think, SDs on that one to the fire, so Villager manages to eke out a win, thankfully, at the very last possible second. Showing off the Rhinoceros Beetle to the chat, just for fun. So Villager with that win. And, of course, that means that Soul XOXO and T-Set both get a nice win out of that with the sponsor points, but there are still 5 people alive, which are 2 for 2 in predictions, still going for that gold. Margot's still in the lead, currently with 7 points, and we've got 4 people available with the anti-gold at the moment: Daster, Pingu, Jaguar, and Thermal Pollution. So keep that in mind going forward in case that is something that you would like to aim for.
I gotta say, I'm very proud to see Margot at the top of that leaderboard. I'm nothing if not a wife guy.
Quirky Panda says that they paid Yoshi $20,000 under the table to throw that match. Those are the kind of stakes that we play for here on SmashTourney. You know, throwing around $20,000 to throw the tournament just so that somebody could have an opportunity to win $10 grand prize. Thank you.
It's all about the glory.
It is. About the glory. It really is. It really is. All right, so
can this quirky Baron Bird pull it off?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting because, you know, for a while, early on in SmashTourney, Simon was one of the more, I don't know, I don't want to say like memeable fighters, but Simon was always SDing, had a horrible performance like anytime that he was there. But Richter, on the other hand, one of the more successful fighters in SmashTourney, so I feel like you really can't sleep on Simon. Banjo really has never done that much in SmashTourney. I would love to see the Baron Bird go as far as they can, but I feel like Simon's going to give them a run for their money.
I just want to point out, Thermal Pollution says, guys, Simon is going to lose. That's why I'm picking him. So we have a short prediction here. Is Thermal Pollution in that set going for anti-gold?
He is, and he typically gets everything wrong. So shout out to Thermal Pollution. Also paid him $20,000 under the table. Let's see if that holds true. Is he going to take the money and run though? That is the question. Predictions are closed, and away we go for match number 3. We've got Simon versus Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo and Kazooie is a cool dude, even though they're two beings. And Simon is lame and dumb. Now that I agree with. I agree with that comment completely. And we're on the Nintendog stage, so I don't know that this necessarily benefits one fighter more than the other, but it's Banjo to do their early damage here.
It stands out to me that Banjo and Kazooie seem to have more frames in their animation than Simon here.
That's true, actually, I think. Banjo and Kazooie using that range to their advantage at the moment, relying on these eggs, although Simon grabs the eggs, throws it right back, gets a Pokeball. It's Beware! This is an extremely strong Pokemon with the uppercut there to do about like 35% damage. Very easily can KO.
It doesn't get a chance.
Not quite, thanks to the falling stage hazards there. The little blocks. And now, you know, Banjo and Kazooie is starting to fall a little bit behind at the moment. They started out pretty strong, although using the eggs to their advantage. Seems like it's a very push and pull matchup here in terms of who's doing damage. These grenade eggs, that grenade egg actually did quite a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough to take out Simon. He's got Takamaru. Relatively decent assist trophy as well. Very fast. Throws a lot of projectiles. Banjo gets an assist trophy of his own. It's Isaac. So we've got a bit of a push at the moment. Could potentially take out Simon if he doesn't jump, and he doesn't! Ooh. He does not jump over the hand, so Banjo-Kazooie have a stock advantage, although it's not by much.
Have to get to center stage.
There's the assist trophy, which Simon's got, as we head to home field advantage for Simon. Go to the Castlevania stage. And he does land the final smash on Banjo, who also got the final smash. He's about to lose it. But maybe it's okay for Banjo because he may get it back. But Simon evens the score at the moment. Another assist trophy in play if they want to go for it. Simon's thinking about it. Actually elects to not grab. Now he does. And we've got Color TV Game 15 coming out here on behalf of Simon.
Now, I could have sworn that this was Pong.
This is not Pong. This is Color TV Game 15. Please do not call it Pong. It is not Pong. Banjo has the final smash available again. It actually has Simon within range to get a KO. Can the Jinjo do it? Yes, it can! Banjo is moving on to the quarterfinals. Not something we see too often. But Gaha is all I have to say about that one. So does Banjo. Banjo with that win, and that's great news for Degaboo, who managed to get, I think, second place last week, or at least top couple, along with Dandelion Ghost, who sponsored Little Mac. But tonight is a different night, but Degaboo still up there on the top, and we've got 4 people left alive with going for the gold at the moment. Margot is still perfect, 3 of 3, 9 total points with that Daisy sponsor win, of course. Get wrecked, Simon. I totally agree. Totally agree. It is always kind of nice to see the Castlevania duo go down when we can, in favor of some lovable characters like Banjo and Kazooie. But how far can Banjo and Kazooie go? They've got a matchup based on the winner of this one, and this next matchup could prove to be, I don't know, maybe one of the most consequential of the night. Pokemon Trainer, one of the all-time most successful fighters. Let's actually take a look. Pokemon
I have to say,
Trainer. Yeah, go ahead.
I think Dasker raises a very good point. He says, Simon is used to killing demons. Look at that bear and tell me it's not a demon. And I have to say, those eyes are piercing, but it'll be a while before they get back on screen so we can take a deep breath and recenter ourselves, really.
That's true. That's true. It'll be quite a few matches before we return to Banjo, but Banjo will have to take on the winner of Pokemon Trainer versus Mario. Now, Pokemon Trainer, all-time 68% win rate, has 2 tournament wins under their belt. Mario also has 2 tournament wins, actually very closely matched up in terms of win rate and overall performance compared to Pokemon Trainers. So these are 2 pretty strong fighters going up against one another. Could potentially make a deep run, depending on who wins this one.
I gotta say, the patriotic outfit was something of a point of discussion before this matchup. But shockingly, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of Patriots in chat, as Mario only comes in with 44%. Right?
That's true. And how often is America really the underdog, right? I mean, Mario's about to prove all the haters and doubters wrong.
He's about to drop a bomb on them.
Well, that's what he does best. Pokemon Trainer versus Mario. Here we go. Familiar Territory loves the United States of America, and that's what we like to hear. That's what I should have played God Bless the USA before stream in honor of this Mario. Maybe a July 4th idea.
Yeah, we'll keep that one in the bank.
All right.
Leading off with Ivysaur.
Of course, this is Mario's home field advantage.
Ivysaur.
No, actually, it doesn't. You can choose before the game which Pokemon you want to start with. It's by default Squirtle, but the Switch decided to random Ivysaur. Charizard, though, actually is the one to come out to do a lot of damage early. Mario throws a Pokeball at Spupa, so maybe not going to be super impactful, depending. Although Charizard actually jumping on the same platform as Spupa.
But avoiding any punishment.
Yeah,
I gotta say, Mario is just fast on his feet. Man, that little plumber can move.
Oh, okay, there's a stun from Spupa. It's true. Mario's fast, but not fast enough to dodge that hit from Charizard. We may not even see Squirtle or Ivysaur come out. I mean, Charizard is doing plenty just on his own. And while I say that and Squirtle comes out, we've got Zero again!
Zero again. Jinx?
Zero, maybe gonna be able to get Ivysaur? No, not quite. That is quite enough. Although Pokemon Trainer and Mario actually both about to get their final smashes, it could come down to that. Zero already doing damage to Charizard on his second stock. There's the triple finish available for Pokemon Trainer. Charizard has taken so much damage.
Edge guarding effectively, but gets knocked off.
He's gonna get hit by the triple finish, but it might not be enough damage. Oh, it is enough damage!
This is it.
Mario had only 8% damage before the final smash, but it doesn't matter. Pokemon Trainer managed to pull that one out at the very last second, right before Mario got his final smash. So that's great news for Trenton462, who switched to Pokemon Trainer right around the last minute. Now Trenton and Margot, the only two people left perfect, going for the Super Gold prize with the extra $10. Can they do it? That is the question. We have 4 people still available for the anti-gold. Still Daster, Pingu, Jaguar, and Thermal, all 0 for 4. But it is the top prize that we want to look at.
You count me out too soon.
You're right. You're right.
4 for 4.
You're right. I was looking at the 2 for 4s. You're down there. Your sponsor hasn't come in yet. So you're right. 3 people available for the gold. And maybe, well, okay, but here's the deal, though. You're going to win the consolation prize. You can't win the whole tournament. You have to win. You have to win the consolation prize, as the co-caster always seems to do. But you're right. You're right. 3 people available for gold and 4 people available for anti-gold. But it is Margot and Trenton currently leading the pack with 11 points apiece as we head into matchup number 5. Predict 9 for Captain Falcon. Predict 10 for King DDD.
I gotta say, choosing between these 2 fighters for who would be my sponsor was a really tough one. But I think King DDD doesn't really receive a lot of love. I have sponsored Captain Falcon in the past, and I believe actually my win was with a Captain Falcon sponsor, if I'm not mistaken. But King DDD, I see him as an underdog. You know, in the Kirby show, the name of which escapes me, I always felt for him. You know, he's evil, but misunderstood perhaps.
I mean, I feel like DDD, especially on the right side of this bracket, we don't have a lot of, like, heavy class fighters. DDD and Ganondorf maybe being 2 of the heavier ones on this side. So I feel like if DDD wins this matchup, he could potentially go a long way. I mean, I don't know that anybody else below really pose too much of a threat. Lucina and Luigi would be who DDD would play in the next round, but maybe we shouldn't count our chickens before they hatch, because we do have Captain Falcon to get through first. Hopefully everybody's in that wants to be. Predictions are closed.
Crowd favoring DDD.
That's true, almost strongly. 2-1. Yeah. That is true. That is true.
Sort of a historical sepia-toned DDD. That's a very interesting colorway.
I kind of like it, actually. Like, his hammer is still totally normal. Like, red and yellow on the hammer, but his actual skin is, I guess, sepia-toned. But Captain Falcon showing his speed at the moment, proving that it's a huge advantage. Can DDD recover here?
DDD recover.
No, my God! Captain Falcon spiked him, and he has these! So we are tied up at 0%, 1 stock apiece. Genesect coming out to start off the second stock.
This could be a fast one, folks.
I mean,
Genesect on the side of DDD. Very strong.
That might be
oh my
goodness!
goodness!
an extremely fast match, only 36 seconds, and King DDD taking full advantage of Genesect and the stage in order to get that win. So Captain Falcon will go no further. So, our 3 people that are 5 for 5 all tied for first place. How far can they go? Only one of them. I mean, everybody's got a unique sponsor between the 3 of them, so only somebody can go all the way. But the per 15 for 15 is available for any one of the 3 of them. And they're the only ones alive for the gold prize here. 2 people left alive for anti-gold. It's just Jaguar and Thermal Pollution at the moment. 0 for 5 for each of them. On we go to matchup number 6. That was an exciting one, a fast one. DDD showing up, saying, it is my tournament to win, RookieBlunders. You were right.
Yeah. And I'd like to acknowledge familiar territory swinging in with the trivia, saying the first Game Boy game was in that color. I see what he's saying. I feel like there's a little more green to that hue, but that's my favorite theory so far.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's kind of similar to like the Game & Watch stage color too, that we saw earlier. This matchup, we've got Luigi versus Lucina. You know, neither of these fighters are particularly successful, I would say, in the long run. Luigi, you know, maybe looking to make a deep run on this one. Does not tend to do so very often. I think he made it to the finals once. I believe he remains winless, though. Let me say that before I actually slander Luigi. Yeah, Luigi's never won a tournament. 42% match win rate. Lucina, on the other hand, 42% match rate, has never won a tournament. So this is as even as it can be in terms of overall win percentage. Let's see how that plays out in practice. Make sure to get your predictions in if you have not already. Predict 11 for Luigi. Predict 12 for Lucina. Also, I should point out, last week I said it's almost always fighters 9 and 11 that make it into the quarterfinals, but that was fighter 10 making it on. Maybe we'll see fighter 12 just to switch things up in case that sways anybody's votes here.
Green Luigi versus Blue Lucina, and we have Iserice, I believe it is, saying Luigi appears in the best game of all time, Paper Mario, so he's gonna win this one.
I mean,
we have to see.
That absolutely could be the edge that Luigi needs in order to give him the win in this one. We got 14 votes in. Hopefully everybody's in that wants to be. Don't forget that you're never out. Every prediction you make can win you the consolation prize, even if you don't win the overall $10 prize. So it pays to stay engaged, and I did not press A to skip or to go forward into this match. Now we do. We've got Luigi versus Lucina. Lucina also appears in Paper Mario.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but I haven't played it, so.
All right, Luigi.
Strong headbutt from Luigi to lead.
Hey, but it only takes 1 hit. Oh, wow, all right.
Oh, no!
Thankfully able to go through the stage, but that was a very risky move for Luigi, who does not have a great recovery. But Luigi is just fierce in this particular matchup.
Yeah,
already done
like
49%. He is fast. Okay, we got Ricky from Xenoblade. Has random abilities that it'll do. Doesn't necessarily benefit one fighter versus the other. In fact, he can heal both parties, even the person that doesn't summon him, but puts him to sleep. Lucina is able to get it.
Kenshi guard.
And Luigi's able to recover, but only barely. I think he actually gets the jump boost from Ricky in the end. And we do have Knuckles in play.
I don't know what that sparkling effect was, but...
That was from Ricky. I believe it is bonus damage. I don't know if it affects jump or not, but Luigi's still hanging in there, 95%. But, man, Knuckles is doing everything he can to take out Luigi, who does manage to dodge that one. A Master Ball in play for Luigi. It's... Okay, we've got Arceus, which really doesn't do anything at the moment. I guess it has the potential to stun if you're in the air, I believe. I believe it trips you if you're in the air or something with Arceus. So not the best Pokemon to get in Smash Ultimate, despite being the god of all Pokemon.
Was a good counter by Lucina.
It was, although honestly, Luigi able to recover again as we are stage morphing without a single KO as we head to Luigi's home turf, Super Mario Galaxy. But a nice charged up smash attack from Lucina. Actually, I don't know if that was a smash. I think that was just her normal B move. Luigi looking to... Oh my god, what happened? Did she throw him off the map? I thought he grabbed her, but no, it was the other way around. Lucina quickly takes care of Luigi's second stock, even though it looked like Luigi was maybe going to even the score. Wow, okay. So Lucina will move on. Luigi's going to lose that one. Only thermal pollution remains as 0 for 6. Only one person for the anti-gold. 3 people still alive for the gold prize. 6 for 6. So that's pretty exciting moving forward here. But wow, I'm surprised that Luigi ended up losing that one. It looked like he started off very strong in that matchup.
Yeah, it was right after Respawn that he got that kill. Or that he got killed.
Yeah, exactly. And now, Familiar Territory is only 1 point behind the top 3 as well. So one missed prediction from the top people, and Familiar Territory could join the crew. As we head over to Ganondorf versus Cloud.
This is a really tough one. This is a tough one to call. Like you said, Ganondorf has a kind of weak record, but in my heart, I want to vote for him.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like whenever I think of strong Smash fighters, I think of Ganondorf as one of the strongest. But maybe he was overcorrected a little bit from Smash 4 because, they nerfed some of his moves. He used to be extremely, extremely strong. His spike capability off stage was really strong. His ability to kamikaze was really strong, but, I don't know. I think they overcorrected a little bit. Maybe we're seeing that at least within the AI, but, he's got to get through Cloud, and I don't know that Cloud has too much to show for himself either.
I didn't actually realize that there was balancing between Smash 4, which would have been... but what was the title of it? It was for the Wii U.
Yeah, right? It was Smash for the Wii U and 3DS, but it wasn't called... No, it's called Smash for the Wii U and 3DS. That's what the game was called. Like Smash for the 3DS and Wii U or whatever.
Smash numeral for Smash.
Correct.
Intended for.
Right, but that's the joke because it's the 4th Smash game, so it's like Smash for the 3DS and Wii U. It's really good, right? Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3D. Yeah, exactly. But okay. Anyways, on we go. Let's see if Ganondorf. 2-1 in favor of Cloud at the moment. Let's see if Ganondorf's going to maybe pull off a little upset win here. Maybe hoping to go up against Toon Link. Or I keep saying Toon Link, but I mean Young Link in the quarterfinals. Has to get through Cloud in order to do so. Predictions are closed. And away we go.
Now, there's 2 things I know in SmashTourney. It's pretty much always women's night, and we do love anime boys, and I think that's being shown here.
Cloud is from the worst game of all time, Final Fantasy VII, so Ganondorf is gonna win.
Notably, Cloud is not in Paper Mario. I think that's the distinguishing factor.
That's a great point. Thankfully, Lucina was, and that's why she won the last matchup over Luigi. As we're on another Mario stage, I feel like that's all we've seen tonight.
We got MSDs.
They always play in these little gaps, but, Ganondorf's got to make something happen here. Maybe go for a spike, but doesn't feel the need to at the moment. Gets the assist trophy. Okay, we got Springman, but Cloud gets the KO anyways. Maybe Springman can come and assist Ganondorf here. Last second, and Stage Morph is going to allow Cloud. No, wait a minute! Oh my God, he gets stuck under the stage and can't recover.
Saved him. He nearly saved him with the grab.
That's true, but he actually repositioned Cloud further under the stage so that he couldn't recover. So we are tied at 0% apiece. Electrode gonna blow up off stage, actually. Ganondorf showing that he's not done yet. Could get a spike kill. You never know. You gotta be careful with that with Ganondorf. But actually, Cloud's extremely long sword range, showing that it's useful. Oshawott, and wait! Oh my God, Oshawott actually takes out Cloud before Ganondorf's final smash can. Wow.
Unbelievable.
So Ganondorf, a bit of an underdog in that one, is going to get the win. And that puts Thermal Pollution at 0 for 7, and nobody is getting the gold prize tonight, but all 3 of Margot, RookieBlunders, and Trenton462 missed the prediction on that one. So, it's very close, but also Familiar Territory missed that one as well. Could have jumped up to tie first place in that one. So it's definitely still anybody's tournament, and we've got Ian with that Ganondorf sponsor, and Behind the 8 Ball with the Ganondorf sponsor. Great news for both of them, who also jump up pretty significantly in the leaderboard here. All right, with that, let's head to the last matchup of the round of 16. Ganondorf eyeing up this matchup very hungrily, both very bad performers and the winless Young Link and bottom 5 well, I mean, it's like bottom 8 performer for Joker. It's a feisty matchup. You know, Ganondorf's not great, but neither are these two. It could be an easy walk into the semifinals for one of these three.
One can only hope. I mean, that last match was a real upset, and seeing either of these guys in the final would be something.
It would be almost unbelievable, borderline impossible to see Young Link get into the finals after having never won a match before. But maybe that's what we need. That's the kind of energy that we need to bring in the middle of this week, this underdog energy. But honestly, 50% of people really think that, you know, Young Link has been around the block a number of times, never won. He's owed the win at some point. Maybe tonight's the night.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
So true, so true. But we are tied at 50-50 with 16 votes in. Predictions are closed. Let's see if Toon Link, or I keep saying it. One day I will get it through my head. Young Link may go for his first win here against Joker, who's looking quite dapper, actually. Not his usual dress
it's his
up.
School uniform.
Yeah.
And he's known to be somewhat of a bad boy around his school, as I understand.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing quite a bit of damage here. But Young Link actually learning to combo a little bit. Of course, we're on the Picto Chat level, so Young Link actually damages himself with the bomb. So not really enjoying this little sunset over the ocean view. Assist trophy in play for Joker. I don't even know who it is. I can't see it. Dr. Wily.
Oh, no.
It's Dr. Wily, so this is going to be a lot of damage to Young Link. And the Persona, of course, comes out for Joker. Young Link holding his own despite really being up against two foes at the moment. Can he recover here, though? That's the question. Oh my god, the stage almost saves him. Might save him again. It does. So Suicune actually misses the attack. So Joker, despite getting all the items, just throws Young Link off the stage like he's nothing. Grabs the bomb even, just to flex on Young Link here.
Finessing.
But Young Link's got the final smash, has Alolan Exeggutor as well, not going to do much on this stage in particular. Triforce coming out, this is Joker's final smash available too. Bounces off the Alolan Exeggutor for the KO, and that's Joker's final smash gone. He's got to earn it again. Young Link maybe has a small window of opportunity here to try to get a KO before Joker has the opportunity to finish him off. Claptrap in play for Young Link. Of course, this could be a bit of a nuisance.
Wow, that was a lot of damage.
It was 46% damage on Joker, who is very close to final smash. One or two more hits and Joker will have it. So Young Link's got to make these last hits count. Claptrap comes in to do a lot of damage and nope.
Oh, no, that's a hit.
Now Young Link is hit here, has 49%. Is this enough for the KO? Will the Picto Chat stage save? No, it's not enough. We're so close. Starfy comes out for Joker.
It's neck and neck.
But the up smash is enough to get the KO for Joker. Toon Link, or I said it again, Young Link unfortunately using the recovery and not able to dodge at the end. So again, Young Link will remain winless in SmashTourney, and it will be Joker to take on Ganondorf in the quarterfinals, which is great news for nobody, because I don't think anybody sponsored. Oh, we do have one sponsored for Joker. It's Thermal Pollution. Thermal Pollution sponsored Joker, but predicted Toon Link, your Young Link, so he's actually 0 for 8. If you go 0 for 15, I'll give you the prize. I will, I promise. Even if your sponsored fighter wins, I'll give you the money if you go 0 for 15 in predictions. So we'll see if that happens. But Margot, RookieBlunders, and Trenton all get that one right. 7 of 8. For the top crew here, Familiar Territory and T-Set close behind. And that's where the leaderboard lands through the first 8 rounds. We're halfway through the tournament. It's still anybody's game. Lots of points to be had. Round 2. All right, on we go. We've got our first quarterfinals matchup. We've got Daisy versus Villager. Of course, Daisy having taken out a strong competitor in Mr. Game & Watch in the first round, looking to do the same to Villager, who ranks... Where does Villager rank? I bet they're... Villager ranks 4th.
Pretty high up.
4th overall. So Villager, definitely a strong competitor, but Daisy, you know, maybe tonight is Daisy's night. clearly the chat believes in Daisy, at least to some extent, as we're currently at 50-50 for predictions. I don't know. I feel like Villager. I would be surprised if Villager doesn't have this. I feel like Daisy's just too passive of a player, but maybe that's going to be a bit of Caster's curse. I don't know.
Now this is a case of an Echo Fighter, correct? Daisy's
an Echo Fighter of Peach. Yep, she is. Okay. And of course,
and what's Peach? I mean, do they actually? Is that reflected by their record?
Well, let's see. Daisy's won 3 of 13 for a 23% overall match win rate, and Peach has won 4 of 15 for a 27 overall rate. So really,
I'd say that's margin of error with such a small sample size.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them have been particularly good. You never know what can happen. But it is 50-50. 14 votes in. Predictions are closed. Quarterfinals are underway.
I'm voting on the line with Margot. If one of us goes, we both go. So we're both here for Daisy.
All right. Well, on one of the Yoshi stages, Yoshi's Island. I love this tune. Yoshi's Island athletic theme.
We got some radish stealing action going on.
We do Villager, you know, showing hands at the moment, throwing hands. Going for the firework play there, but not able to actually get a kill. Oh, the assist trophy falls into Villager's lap, and it is Lynn, so this could be an instant KO on Daisy if she doesn't dodge it. And it is. Cute. So a great grab for Villager there, and is up a whole stock and only at 50% total damage. Daisy is going to need to make a big comeback here. Which she's trying to do, though Villager, again, some nice combo damage. Daisy's probably going to need some items if she wants a chance here. Alolan Vulpix comes out for Villager, and a nice reflect, though, from Daisy. A nice counter. Toad doing a little bit of damage to Villager here.
What sort of
Daisy has been hit
this?
3 times. I don't know what stage this is.
Some sort?
I don't know. I would guess maybe. I'm not really sure.
Oh no, I think maybe Final Fantasy.
Okay, Villager actually eats one of the daisies before falling asleep.
Not enough.
Villager, actually a great play from them, but Daisy's able to eat 2 daisies to maybe make up a little bit of space here. Villager could get the KO if they land the final smash.
Looking dicey. Daisy's gonna have to dodge pretty well.
Daisy's going for a spike! Villager's going for a spike! We are stage morphing! And Daisy can't recover, so Villager gets the 2 stock. Alright, so T-Set goes up into sole first place with a 2-point lead over Margot and RookieBlunders and Trenton. So Margot jumps up into, T-Set jumps up into first place. But it's definitely still anybody's game. There's lots of points still to be had here as we go into our second quarterfinal matchup. And Thermal Pollution is 0 for 9.
Now for us unlearned folks, what is the effect of eating all the daisies for Daisy's final smash?
I don't think
it just health recovery? It's
just health recovery. Every Daisy, and same with Peach, every Peach gives you, I think it's like 40% of your health back. So,
oh wow.
It can be impactful, but it's just not an offensive final smash. It's just like a little bit of downtime while everybody else is put to sleep. You can run around trying to heal, but anybody can heal off the daisies. So, obviously that comes back to bite Daisy in the butt on that one. But we've got Banjo versus Pokemon Trainer in our second quarterfinal matchup here. Lots of people believing in Banjo to start things out, which I'm just surprised.
That Banjo showed was really convincing in the first round. Pokemon Trainer, if I had to guess, probably has a better record.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Trainer is a much better performer than Banjo, traditionally speaking. Has multiple tournament wins. Banjo's never won a tournament. This looks like it'll be another classic Trenton win. Could be. Pokemon Trainer could get that win. Of course, Degaboo, currently in 7th place, but could jump up very fast to tie for maybe 1st or 2nd place, depending on if Banjo gets a win here. So it's definitely anybody's game as far as the leaderboard is concerned. Hopefully everybody's in that wants to be. Actually, I'll give you guys a couple extra seconds just in case. I know we got 13 votes in. Consolation prize still in play. You just got to be here at the end in order to win it. We're tied for 50-50 with Quirky Panda's vote coming in to support Pokemon Trainer, making neither fighter an underdog for this particular matchup, even though realistically Banjo probably is the underdog. Predictions are closed. Matchup number 10 is underway. Alright. As we get to the Animal Crossing stage, or one of the Animal Crossing stages.
I just realized it was muted. This will be a good one.
I think it could be. I mean, so far, Banjo's done all the damage. And Ivysaur checks out. Charizard checks in. Flare blitzing left and right, but still has done... There we go. Finally, a little bit of damage over to Banjo. Charizard picks up the grenade egg and then takes damage to it.
Starman coming out.
And Starman's gonna get that KO, so it is not looking good for Pokemon Trainer at the moment.
He's a galactic threat.
Banjo,
not to be trifled with.
Banjo and Kazooie have only taken 17% damage as we are stage morphing away. Now, this is a moving stage. This could be Ivysaur's ticket back in. Okay.
Some Kirby Chef action.
Chef Kawasaki is going to eat up Banjo. He might actually take out Banjo just because of the Blast Zone, and he does. Ivysaur is way back in this matchup. Pokemon Trainer has a chance. Another Pokeball in play as well, but Kazooie! Oh! What? Ivysaur survived. I don't even know how. He must have bounced off the question mark block. But Banjo is still taking 0 damage, but the triple finish.
This could be it.
Once again, the triple finish saves Pokemon Trainer and gets a win. I don't know how they survived the drill beak from Kazooie, but wow, okay. All right, Pokemon Trainer, on you go. And that's going to be Trenton462 now as the sole first place member at the moment with 8 of 10 correct predictions made. And Thermopollution is 0 for 10. He's 0 for 10. Maybe there's a higher power that's looking out for Thermopollution. 5 more matches to go, and Thermopollution could be our first anti-gold winner. Let's see if that happens as we go further on into the tournament. We've got another fun matchup on our horizon. We've got King DDD versus Lucina as our third quarterfinal matchup. 5 matches left in tonight's tournament.
I gotta say, I was shocked to see the voting on the last match even out to 50-50 right under our nose before we got started.
I know.
I think there was favor for Banjo.
I think people really just wanted to believe in Banjo. They just really wanted to feel like Banjo had a shot. And they were, they were right. I mean, Banjo should have won that one, but somehow Ivysaur survived.
I gotta say, I vote with my heart, not with my head. I do not really know all that much about the game, but that's the fun here. It's anyone's game.
I don't really know that much about Smash either. Pretty much anything that I do know about Smash is anything that I've picked up while casting SmashTourney, so I'm by no means an expert.
Encyclopedic knowledge of assist trophies, really.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Watching some YouTube videos to figure out what the hell they're all called. But so far, DDD with the slight advantage, 12 votes in play. If anybody's not yet in, make sure to do so now. Don't want to forget, as they're, the leaderboard is still pretty close. Only 7 points separate the top 10. There's still a lot of points left to be gained. There's 5 matches left. Make sure to get those predictions in. You could still win.
I think Trenton 462 brings up a very good point, saying Ivysaur used the power of having more friends. Ivysaur has 3 friends, Banjo has just 1. And really, that is thematic in the Pokemon universe. It's all about the power of friendship. We know saving Ash from petrification.
Only in the anime, though. In the games, friendship doesn't matter too much.
In the games, you die and you white out, and that's that.
Yeah. But Red is pulling through at the moment. All right, let's see. We've got, like I said, 12 votes in. Hopefully everybody's in that wants to be. Matchup number 11. Here we go. DDD versus Lucina.
Actually, I have to press you on that, Ridley. Why isn't friendship important in the Pokemon games?
Why isn't it important?
Yes.
I guess it can be used to evolve certain Pokemon. But okay, I guess Ian's right. I guess the new games, they've kind of changed friendship. Like, you're encouraged to walk with them and whatnot, but, I wouldn't know. Pokemon's kind of lost me at the moment, except for, I'm super excited for Pokemon ZA. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be playing the hell out of that one.
That may or may not be a real thing. I wouldn't know. We're seeing a pretty even fight so far.
Yeah, so you're right. It's very even. DDD somehow not able to suck up Lucina there. But Lucina gets the early KO, although sitting at 56% herself, DDD could easily get a return KO here.
If he doesn't get off the top of the stage.
He gets killed by the
What
stage
happened?
morph!
What happened?
He jumped down from up above, and that's going to give Lucina a win, and unfortunately, Thermal Pollution gets his first correct prediction, 1 of 11, so we won't have any anti-gold winners tonight. We'll focus on the winners. Currently, familiar territory with that Lucina win, and Trenton 462, both 8 of 11. We got 3 people right behind with 7 of 11 correct predictions, but only T-Set close in points at the moment. So somebody's going to be going home $10 richer. We'll just have to keep going to find out who that is. Thermal Pollution, of course, still going for worst record, which he could do on any given night, and he'd probably win. All right, we got Ganondorf versus Joker. Now, this is one to watch because Joker, very unsuccessful, Ganondorf, very unsuccessful. But Ganondorf managed to get the win off the back of a Final Smash and Oshawott. You know, maybe Ganondorf's really feeling it tonight. I feel like he's got a pretty good shot in this particular matchup, although he would have fared better against Young Link than he would against Joker. But I think Joker might still be weak enough. And it, of course, always depends on the items and the Final Smashes and stage morphs. And, you know, there's so many different factors that go into whether or not somebody can win. Maybe Ganondorf is going to get lucky. Maybe not.
That's what makes SmashTourney so exhilarating. It's not necessarily just a calculated game of numbers. It's a roll of the dice.
Right. Anything can happen.
What sort of ideas do you have cooking maybe for some special rule sets in the future? Any hints for your devoted fans?
Well, I will say this. I might run a tournament this weekend, so make sure to have notifications on. I don't know what day it'll be. I don't know what time it'll be. There will be a little bonus tournament with some special rules. So that will be coming up either this weekend or next weekend maybe. So stay tuned for that. But I don't have anything else. Well, I have something really fun planned for next month with Gigantic Pingu, but that's still over a month away. But lots to look forward to at the moment. And of course, we got Mike on the cast next week, which is exciting. Haven't had Mike on the cast in a little while. But hopefully everybody's in that wants to be with these 12 votes. Predictions are closed. Matchup a number 12. Here we go.
Now this is the, it looks like Majora's Mask model of Ganondorf, perhaps?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't played really any Zelda games besides the DS ones, but Ganondorf not able to get close to Joker even. Very easily zoning out Ganondorf at the moment, but of course the up B from Ganondorf actually does quite a lot of return damage to Joker in kind. And a nice smash from Ganondorf as well. Assist trophy in play, which falls off the stage thanks to the rain.
Ooh, that's a close one. A lot of stage hazard here, both the rain and getting eaten by whatever the hell that thing is.
I couldn't tell you what that thing is called. My knowledge of Pikmin runs dry. Gigantic Pingu could tell us. But, oh, that's not enough for the KO from Joker. I thought for sure he had that. Assist trophy, we got Chef Kawasaki once again. Could eat up Joker, could be the... Oh, and he does! Ganondorf could do a lot of damage here, but no, actually doesn't. He's going to eat up a little bit of the food, recover a little bit of health here. Kicking Joker. Still recovering health, and he still goes down! So Joker has a whole stock advantage, but it's very close. Ganondorf just needs one good hit here. Has another assist trophy, drops it! Joker's got it, it's a Metroid, which immediately attaches to Ganondorf. Alright, Ganondorf again gets caught by the Metroid, has his Final Smash, uses it now, wastes no time, gets rid of Joker's Final Smash immediately. But the Metroid is doing so much damage to him. But a lot of damage returned from Ganondorf, 60% immediately. Claptrap in play for Ganondorf as well. Can he recover? Yes, he can. Claptrap's doing so much damage. Joker has his Final Smash. Ganondorf thinking about trying to do something. He's not able to dodge it, though. Is it enough to get the KO? 76% on Ganondorf. Oh, what?
We don't even see it.
We don't even see it happen. Joker just wins. It doesn't even have
Yes,
any
that's
kind
just
of
a deterministic.
I didn't even know that's how it worked, but I guess that's just it. Joker just won, I guess.
Familiar territory says it's an instant kill at 100.
It's just over. Joker got it. All right. With that, thermal pollution with that Joker sponsor moving up in the world. Maybe thermal pollution will still win it all after going 0 for 10 to get things started. Who knows? Joker has a couple more matches to go before he can get to the top, but that's 6 points that could be available for Thermal just from Joker alone, let alone the other predictions here. So we'll have to see. That would be an insane comeback win from Thermal if that happens. But as it stands, Trenton in first place, 9 of 12. Very different. As we head into the semifinals, we'll find out if Trenton's going to get knocked down a peg here and give Thermal Pollution a little bit of breathing room. We've got Villager versus Pokemon Trainer.
I gotta say, I doubted Pokemon Trainer last time, but he swayed me. I think the power of friendship and the triple finish is more than enough to carry him to the finals.
I think it definitely could. All right. I mean, hopefully people are getting their votes in. I mean, it's split pretty evenly here. Pokemon Trainer using the final smash to great effect. Villager, one of the most successful fighters of all time, top 4.
I gotta ask you, Ridley, do you have a favorite starter Pokemon? All generations.
I mean, I'm probably a basic bitch, and I have to say Charmander, because that Charizard is my favorite Pokemon. But I really like... I like Greninja a lot, so I could also say Froakie. I like Shiny Greninja. Like, Shiny Protean Greninja was one of my favorite Pokemon to have on my team back when I played...
Did you play competitive
Sun and Moon,
Pokemon?
I guess it must have been. No, but I just liked having him on my team because it was such a fun... it was like a fun move that he could just become whatever type he used. So I had like Grass Knot, so then Greninja would become a grass type Pokemon, and it's like, well, what the hell? But anyways,
That's trivia.
Yeah,
we're ready to get started.
We are. I'm wasting everybody's time. Actually, I was just stalling for Gigantic Pingu to get his prediction in. Predictions are closed. Here we go. Villager versus Pokemon Trainer, where Pokemon Trainer has a slight edge.
Trenton says Piplup is the best starter. It just sucks that he evolves to be French. Yeah, that's a rough one. That is you hate to see it.
All right.
Not familiar with this stage.
So this is the Pac-Man World stage. A moving stage. And Villager
and
is...
KO already, maybe?
Almost. Very close in the blast zone. Ivysaur going for the KO. Charizard thinking about flare blitzing off the side, but does not end up doing it. Throws Villager away. We are going to stage morph already, and there is a Pokeball for Villager. It is Electrode. Squirtle's going to maybe have to steer clear of that.
Squirtle giving a mix-up.
Okay. And Squirtle sitting at 52%. Has to do a little bit of damage here to Villager before losing this first stock if he wants to have a chance.
Watch out, Mr. Villager. There's a bomb.
There is a bomb, but Villager's got Springman, who actually punches Charizard for a lot of damage. Squirtle comes back in. Not really sure that Squirtle is the play here, but maybe Pokemon Trainer knows something that I don't. Maybe just trying to bide time until Springman goes away. I'm not really sure. Springman packing a huge punch, but the wall actually saved Squirtle, but he does go down in the end. Ivysaur comes out. Oh my god, can Ivysaur recover? Ivysaur SD'd! Oh my god, Villager will move on.
It hurt itself in his confusion. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Well, that's great news for T-Set, who's going to move up to be 30 points at the moment. Thermal Pollution goes 3 for 13, so the dream is still potentially alive, depending on how Joker does here. But it's a long path to climb at the moment. And T-Set currently looking pretty strong in first place, 2 points ahead of the competition at the moment. Of course, Soul XOXO not far behind either with that same Villager prediction or sponsorship. All right, on we go. Let's see who's got it. And potentially Trenton could still win, depending on if Joker wins. So you never know. Leaderboard. is
Porky
crazy.
Panda alluding to more illegal betting, saying the tuition money is in the mail, PT. But it's good to know. It's good to know that at least Pokemon Trainer is advancing himself with these ill-gotten gains.
Yeah, exactly. Lucina getting all the votes early. 6 votes for Lucina immediately. Okay, Joker finally gets a vote. Thermal Pollution going for gold at the moment.
Now, is Lucina a historically strong fighter? I just get the sense
No.
that any
No, she really isn't. The Fire Emblem people are not great, with the exception of Roy has won a tournament, and Ike is probably the strongest of the bunch. But Lucina has never really proven to be much of a threat. But neither has Joker, and Joker has looked really good tonight. So you never know.
I wonder what it must be like to be a developer on one of the teams of a game that has a featured fighter, and to think they really did my boy or girl dirty, to perhaps get into a meeting room with some of those Smash developers and say, look, come on, we need a win. We need a win.
We do.
Fire Emblem not doing so well in the States until the last couple games,
Well, we'll see if she can waltz her way into the finals against Villager. Has to get through Joker in order to do it. Predictions are closed. And away we go.
What's the stage gonna be?
Ooh, one of the Kirby stages. So of course the fire or the lava on the tops and bottom of the stage will be an instant KO at 100%. So you got to keep that in mind as we play.
Good to know.
So far, it is.
Looks attractive. What do we have in there?
Any of the items that are currently enabled. So assist trophies, Pokeballs, and Master Balls can come out of those chests. They're electing not to go for it. Lucina gets a nice block. Oh, a nice spike from Lucina too. A lot of damage.
No one going for items.
Okay, there's the assist trophy, which Joker's gonna grab. It is Midna. Midna could actually throw Lucina into the lava. Oh my god, Lucina jumps into the spike on her own and now has a disadvantage percentage-wise over Joker. Although Lucina is dodging Midna, so not too much of a threat just yet.
Joker's now lost his persona, is gonna need to build that back up, and he's weak.
Oh, the cannon! Could have shot Joker out of the map, but a perfect block from Joker. And a Pokeball available for him. It is Dedenne. This is a dangerous part of the stage. There are spikes, there's lava. Assist trophy for Lucina. It is Akira and a Pokeball available, which somehow Joker manages to dodge, and a Obama Snow comes out. Let's see those Obama Snow emotes in the chat. And there goes Joker, instantly eliminated to the fire, so we may see a stage morph, and indeed we do. How will this affect the matchup here? Nobody goes down quite yet. Windy Hill Zone from Sonic. And Black Knight for Lucina!
But she recovers.
She does recover, and this Black Knight could instantly kill Joker with one hit. So he's got to dodge it. He respawns, but he's going to use the final smash immediately. Misses it, but uses it to dodge the Black Knight. But Black Knight gets the KO anyway. And Lucina will two-stock him to go to the finals. So the dream is dead for Thermal Pollution. But Lucina versus Villager, I probably would not have bet this on being the outcome. And here we go. Familiar territory and T-sets, 32 points apiece, 9 of 14 predictions. Somebody is about to go home the winner. $10 richer. One of the two of them. Only one can win. Who's going to have 10 of 15 for correct predictions and end with, I believe, 37 points, which, to be fair, incredibly strong performance from both of these guys. We'll see who comes out on top after this one.
And it seems to me like they came from behind. I mean, I didn't see them in that top 3 of the leaderboard until just recently,
That's true. Trenton, yeah, that's true. You could go 11 for 15, and that's super impressive too. It's just that Pokemon Trainer failed you with the SD on the stage for Kirby, which I forget the name of. Green somethings, Gables, Acres, green stages, Kirby's. I don't know what it's called.
Ridley, are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm struggling.
You're looping.
I'm struggling. Paper Mario is the stage name. Thank you, Trenton. I really appreciate that. All right. I mean, it's been a very interesting tournament thus far.
We've got Lucina at a distinct disadvantage of a 42% win rate versus Villagers 71. But we love an upset in the finals.
It's true. It is true. Villager looking to be the crowd favorite at the moment, which would, of course, be great for T-Set. It's been a minute since T-Set's last win. But Familiar Territory, I think actually both T-Set and Familiar Territory, if I'm not wrong, I think both of them have a tournament win, right? Or maybe Familiar Territory hasn't won yet, but they won $10 at one point from two different things, consolation and a correct prediction. I don't remember if Familiar Territory not won. Okay. So Familiar Territory going for their first win, T-Set going for their second ever win, I think, or maybe third win. I don't even know at this point. T-Set pretty strong, having one of her good nights. Let's see if it holds, or will Familiar Territory take her down? Predictions are closed, and here we go. Both don't want to give someone else a chance. Yeah, shame on them. All right,
Shadow Moses Island. This is a really dangerous stage.
It really is, and of course, knockback is a weird factor on this one because it pretty much gets completely absorbed by the pillars. But,
Is
so
Snake
far,
even in Smash Ultimate?
he is. Every fighter that's ever been in a Smash game is in Smash Ultimate. Everyone is here. That is the catchphrase of Smash Ultimate.
How can it be so foolish?
Although we actually haven't seen Snake too often, and he's one of the worst performers, so I'm not surprised that you don't really know. But Dylan the Armadillo, the Sheriff, actually finally doing a lot of return damage here. And somehow we're all tied up, even though Villager had an extremely strong start. Genesect for Lucina
has a kill under his belt in this tournament.
Wow, Villager, of course, the knockback is actually finally enough. Lucina goes up a stock early here. Good news for Familiar Territory. It is T-Set and Villager hoping against hope that they can get a return KO, which they can't just yet. The Gyroid not able to do enough. Is that one enough? No, it's not. The Gyroid spam not quite enough. Crystal does come out for Villager, though. This could do a lot of damage to Lucina as well. She's got to contend with two people at the moment.
You have a home field advantage at the moment.
And Villager goes with the edge guard, has the final smash available immediately. Lucina's about to get her final smash as well. But no damage done to Lucina, so it's going to be tough for Villager's final smash to do anything if they even use it, and they do, and they miss. Lucina about to get her final smash, and I think it's an instant KO if it lands.
That is not good.
But it's an instant KO with typical knockback, so you never know what happens on Shadow Moses Island as we are tied. One stock apiece. Lucina is losing her final smash. It's ticking down. Will she use it? A nice throw. Villager playing this, trying to play it safe. Gyroid forcing her to shield. She's not going to use the final smash. Villager is still in it. But the up smash.
Distinct percentage difference.
The bowling ball misses. The Gyroid hits. Villager is so far behind, but still in it. The Gyroid again. It's just Gyroid spam for Villager and Zoroark. This could be it. Villager could easily go down here. It's not traditional knockback, but it might be enough. It's at 144%, and Zoroark finishes the job for Lucina, and Lucina will go home with the win, which gives Familiar Territory the win. 37 points. And that was a dominant performance towards the end there. The items really pulled through for Lucina, and congratulations to Familiar Territory for their first ever win. 10 of 15, but Trenton actually ekes them out with 11 of 15. So very impressive stuff from Trenton, and honestly Familiar Territory and T-Set. And Margot with 10 of 15, also worth calling out as well. Very strong predictions tonight from a lot of people. It was a very close tournament all the way through. Yeah, I don't know.
I think this really just proves for Familiar Territory that brains does sometimes win over brawn. It's our resident trivia expert showing that knowledge is power.
I mean, sometimes that may be true. And yeah, I have nothing really else to say besides congratulations to Familiar Territory for that win. Great job, great effort from T-Set and Trenton, though very close behind. And, you know, Soul XOXO probably would have taken second place with that Villager win as well, so also worth noticing as well, and a nice call-out. 6 for 15, so would not have been able to win, but could have shown up at the top. All right, but we're not done giving out money just yet. Don't forget to pay Ridley half of this for rigging it for you. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Dasher, for the call out. Of course, you know, my Venmo's always open, but familiar territory, just reach out to me on Discord. I will get you your $10, just like I got you the $10 last time. Congratulations to you. We're not done giving out money. We got to move on to the raffle stage, so let's throw it over here. Of course, as I've said a number of times throughout the night, the number of entries that you have is based on how many predictions you made throughout the night, so it's the number that you see on the right here. Taking a look at the full leaderboard, we see, of course, the top 10 that we've been looking at the whole time, and in case you're interested where you placed elsewise, here's where we are. And of course, Captain Nemo, who did say that he was first, despite not being first, didn't make any predictions, so that's also worth calling out. But it was a good try from everybody, and unfortunately for Prince Anime, didn't get in the sponsor in time. Maybe could have gone perfect. Who knows? The only one to have not predicted incorrectly, besides I guess Nemo. But yeah, this is where everybody ends. So in case you were interested, here's your look at it. And of course, as soon as I end the tournament, it will be live on the website in case you wanted to take a look at this bracket in more depth. Exclamation point website in the chat. But without further ado, let's award a consolation prize. If history serves, it will in fact be RookieBlunders to win this consolation prize. I swear it's not rigged, but Ian in space wins. So I think this is Ian's first win of any kind. Of course, it pays to participate. So congratulations to Ian. After a mid-evening, exactly. You got 6 of 15, but it still pays because you had the same chance to win as everybody else that made 15 total predictions. So no worries. Reach out to me on Discord. I will get you your money. If you haven't joined the Discord, by the way, for anybody that's new, it's exclamation point Discord. Really, it's not the most active server, so I apologize. You know, it's just one more of those Discord servers that people ask you to join. But I do post the brackets a day, or you know, not a day in advance, but I post them early on in the morning. So if you ever want to sponsor before the stream starts, in case you can't be here right when the stream starts, you can do that at any point on Tuesday throughout the day. But with that being said, let's take a look at how Familiar Territory's predictions ended up as we see Lucina's little celebration here. And of course, pretty strong first 8 for Familiar Territory, only missing 2. And of course, I always think that the first 8 are the hardest, only missing Yoshi and Cloud of the first 8. And really, not much to say. Pretty impressive stuff. 2/3 of the correct predictions. Of course, there is some level of luck and skill in being able to do that over the 50-50 rate of 7.5. So, T-Set, we absolutely are going to raid Bijou the Octo if they are live. I have it written down. Can you let me know if they are live? Because if they are, I will definitely raid them. I promise, because I said I would do it last time. And, okay, then I will be raiding her. But congratulations. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, following up on your comment, that Discord, please, everyone go join it. You know, great way to show your love is to build that community and build that activity in the Discord. Post about whatever games, whatever fighters you want to see, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for elaborating on that. I would, of course, appreciate the community growing. It's always fun, the more people that participate. And honestly, you know, the more this channel grows, the easier it'll be for me to do bigger prizes more consistently in the future. So keep that in mind in case you ever want to show your friends. I'd always appreciate it. But RookieBlunders, thank you so much for joining me on the cast. It is always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, the honor is all mine. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And congratulations to the winners, Ian and Familiar Territory. Thanks to everybody who played. And keep in mind, like I said, I'm thinking I'll probably run a special tournament sometime, maybe over this weekend. So if you haven't yet, hit the bell on my Twitch channel so you get notified when I go live, or join the Discord so you'll be notified there as well. I don't know what time, I don't know what day, so it might be a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a surprise, even though I've given you guys the heads up.
Very exciting.
All right, Bijou,
you got to be a real one. No.
Yeah, that is so true. All right, let me get that raid set up while we sort of wrap things up here. I don't think I have any special announcements. We'll be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. as always with, I think Mike is joining us on the cast, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see if we can cook up something fun for next week's roster. Thanks to everybody who participated tonight. It was a fun one, and with that, let's raid Bijou. Say hello. Whatever raid message you want, just say hello in the chat, and you don't have to stay at all, or you don't even have to say anything. But of course, spread the love. Show Bijou some love. We will raid. Bye bye.
Toodaloo.